I've been living in Englewood since 1965.
That's Daddy. Hi, Daddy.
My father was in the military.
Hi, Daddy.
He bought the house across the street, 6529. And when he bought the house, for as my knowledge, everything was all right. I didn't know that he had been taken advantage of. He just did what he needed to do to keep his home. And then one day I was looking out the window and I saw putting a sign up in front of my old house, but I didn't know what the sign was saying.
Chicagoan Tonika Johnson.
Tonika Johnson.
Tonika Johnson.
Tonika Lewis Johnson, a social justice artist.
A new approach to bridging divides in Chicago.
The Folded Map Project looks at gentrification and segregation.
This is such an important story.
Now a local artist is highlighting those injustices by working to revitalize vacant lots in Englewood. It's part of her latest project, UnBlocked Englewood.
We're gonna go to 63rd and Halsted to see if they have the Sunday Tribune, so I can see the actual article about UnBlocked Englewood in print. Hold it in my hand. I know it's gonna be like right there, like. Not me. Really? Yeah. I am from Englewood, proud Englewood resident. To the point I got a whole tattoo on my arm. That is where I'm from, where I still live. I knew that I wanted my next project to help people understand how my neighborhood got here.
And when we first got here, it was a beautiful place. They had everything up on 63rd. All the name brand stores and the neighborhood, everything was up there. It was a lot of mixed in the neighborhood when we first came. A lot of the whites and stuff was still in the neighborhood. Then over the years, things changed.
But how are we going to keep this neighborhood good? We don't want undesirables. We don't want land values to take a nosedive.
It was just nice in the neighborhood. Then everything just left. We took everything out the neighborhood.
I met people who were now close to 70 years old telling me, oh no, I remember when I was little and my families moved in 2 weeks, all of the white people were gone. And so when you think about what funds a public school, home ownership, property taxes. When you're in a neighborhood that has been denied the opportunity to have high home ownership, that's how you end up with a neighborhood like Greater Englewood. This particular project was really born out of my fascination with the Plunder of Black Wealth in Chicago report that was published in 2018.
A land sale contract was an alternative to a traditional mortgage. The home buyer would not get the deed until they paid half of the contract price. If you miss one payment, you lose everything. You gain no equity. So there was loss of equity as a result of the land sale contracts. Say the Johnson family purchases their home on contract in the 50s or 60s, and the purchase price on their contract says it's $30,000. The actual value of that home is likely about $17,000. So that $13,000 they could have saved and invested in a retirement account or sent their children to private school. They actually lost that $13K. We had dollar amounts and we were able to quantify that approximately $4 billion was extracted from the Black community just in this process of contract sales, which is a result of redlining. So redlining itself was much more than that because it would include the rental system, as well as other mechanisms where people were extracted from because they couldn't get traditional financing from a savings and loan at the time.
I went in all the downtown area to different banks trying to get a mortgage.
But you were happy when you went.
They wouldn't allow you to even fill out an application. They didn't even bother. They just wanted to know where was the house located. And when I would give them the address, they said we don't loan money in that area.
This is the actual proof. This is the direct consequence of those land sale contracts. The very homes that Black people were denied the opportunity to own are now vacant lots, vacant buildings, and deteriorating buildings in this neighborhood. But then the next surprise was actually meeting people or the children of those people.
Need new doors, and doors is all tore up under the bottom. We need new radiators for the heat and fixtures on the wall, all the fixtures. My name is Melvin Walls, the son of Doc and John Ella Walls. My mother, she passed away in 2018, and then I became to be the owner of this house. This is the kitchen area right here. And you see the floors and everything is just tore up. I'm up in age, and it's too late for me to turn around and and go somewhere else. But it's just that, it's so much work to be done.
I view them as the engine of this neighborhood. And if they can't afford to get plumbing repairs, foundation repairs, roof repairs, then what is going to become of this neighborhood? I wanted to use a project to help them get free repairs at no cost to them.
We know the gravity of the situation. We know how much money was extracted. How do we figure out how to put that money back in a meaningful way that undoes the harm that was done many generations ago?
I am sitting with TJ and we're like, what can we do? How can we help? It seemed like a godsend. Like this grant opportunity just appeared from the city of Chicago. And it was the Together We Heal Creative Placemaking Grant.
The federal government had put out the American Rescue Plan, which provided funding to start to engage in recovery acts.
The thing that made Tonika's project stand out, and I think what we look for more than anything else, are artists that show sort of a deep commitment to a particular community. Art promotes healing in that it gives us opportunities sort of to collectively work together towards furthering our goals and objectives.
UnBlocked is ultimately arts, redirecting into beautification of already standing structures like folks' homes.
There you go, baby. Okay. I'm be looking for you.
I'll be there.
All right. Give Jimmy and them that one. Okay. All right, baby. Good seeing you. Right now, we're going to pass out flyers for our next UnBlocked meeting, which will be held on Wednesday. I want you at the meeting here, and I don't want no excuses.
When?
Next Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Or either be at the meeting or move. And we're looking for all the tenants as well as owners to come out to this meeting to be involved. Looking at the properties in this area, which is where I grew up at, go down, deteriorating, I said it's got to be something that can be done. This property here, I've had 3 years, and I renovated the first floor. Now I'm working on the second floor. Being a young lady at the time, 23 years old, I ran into a guy that I was talking with, and he told me, why not buy? And I was afraid, I was scared, young, no husband, dumb, you know, super fly. I said, oh Lord, what am I doing? And I found that what I got in the real estate would cover what I made at work. Last year was the first time I raised rent in 10 years. When it comes to repairs, it's hard. Material is high, labor is high. People don't have that kind of money. UnBlocked came in along with the Chicago Bungalow Association, did wonders. We were able to do electric, plumbing, roofs. They came out and worked with us, and you would have thought they were family.
This is the upstairs bedroom, and they did installations in here.
Put in new vanities, new toilets.
They put a new roof upstairs, up on this right here. They put a new roof on the house.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
The unity that has transpired out of this block in the last year has been unbelievable.
You know, they got guys on this block right here that we wasn't even talking. It's just brought the whole community together.
Don't sell no drugs over here, baby. Ain't no gang banging here.
Right, they know.
You understand what I'm saying? You ain't got to call no police. Not in 6500 block, you ain't got to call me, I'm the police. If you see me coming, then call police.
Right.
We never really just wanted it to be about landmarkers. It was about reparations that are due and what comes next and how do we right this wrong. So we've done things that are important with the maintenance and the home improvement work. But there's more that people want and that they need.
I want to quit too many times and just said, forget it. You know, I figure the house is worth keeping. And I know it's a lot of organizations out here that's willing to help if they know about it.
Talking about segregation in Chicago is not easy. When I think about artists like Tonika who are trying to address a collective challenge that we face as a city, and that art is speaking to lots of residents, that art is inspiring folks, that art is connecting folks in ways that, quite frankly, the city could never do.
That this iteration is just about safety and security, but there's a level to this that we want to take it. We want to go higher to restore dignity. So we've done things that are important with the maintenance and the home improvement work, but there's more that people want and that they need just to feel whole in their homes.
I'm hoping that this block will become a role model for the entire community. If we can do it, you can do it.